Hello everyone. Let me turn down my mic a little bit. Hope you're enjoying your Sunday or your Monday if you're in Aussie, like some of our friends here. Our friends from the future. Nice to have. Those are good friends to have. Apologize for the noise. My AC broke and it's really hot and I have like a million fans going. Before we get into this though, has anybody actually read the Fauci emails? Like, I've always known that you can't really trust, like, I probably shouldn't even talk about that, huh? I'll get banned like right away. Hey Arrows, you're welcome. Actually, I'm a bit of an introvert, but I enjoy doing these streams. They're really fun. You guys are great. It's a great way to connect with you guys. Yeah, so we'll skip the Fauci emails, actually. We won't even talk about those. Just look into it if, yeah, never mind. So, I've been looking at the GCP dot, and I'm really thinking there's a correlation here. It's so interesting to see this chart. I don't know how to computer today, bear with me. And then let's pull up a Schumann chart here. Straight from the source. I'm still not logged into Schumann bot on this computer. Maybe one day or something. Hello, GMA Nana. Genetically modified adult if you got the vaccine. But yeah, look at this last 24-hour period. We had this huge spike in the resonance, so then you could also see a huge spike in the charts. And then as we start to, I guess you could say, like cool off, level off here, the GCP dot correlation is going down, which is like, it's pretty interesting to me. I mean, that's really all I have as far as new info or anything. We're still going into this question and answer thing, and then do the typical ramble later on, which will always be fun. Hello, Grace Me Guy 33. What's up? Grandma, yeah. Oh, welcome if it's your first time here. We have a lot of fun. I hope you enjoy it. Soulstash asks, how do you feel the spikes affect you personally? I've talked about this before. In my past experience, I've kind of like felt I felt like tired, drained, that sort of thing. I don't really experience headaches that much anymore. Recently I'm starting to think that there's a correlation between these spikes and the experience of like synchronicities and that sort of thing. I'm gonna stand up for a bit because I'm getting really hot. Oh my god. But yeah, we were kind of talked about on the last stream how I wanted to go on Twitter and start making polls and that sort of thing and getting people to report the symptoms that they experience. Also, by the way guys, the Telegram group is back up, so join the Telegram group t.me/shoemates, and I will throw that in the chat in just a second after I finish cooling off a bit here. Alright. Dizzy last couple of days. CNAG says 100% with synchronization. Yeah, and that's kind of like how I'm tying in this GCP dot here and all that sort of thing. Yeah. Honestly, I haven't been that great about it. I've been trying to stay on top of the Telegram. I think it's a great format, and it's actually a lot better than Twitter. We can get like a little more off kilter, discuss things in a more like natural way, I suppose. It's more like conversational. It's like the live stream all the time, pretty much, which is awesome. I did reinstall the app on my phone, and I got a few moderators to like get rid of the bots and that sort of thing. So join up if you haven't already. Grandma Nana says migraines for so many people, including me, for 3.5 weeks. Yeah, it's been intense the last 3.5 weeks. I've been seeing like a crazy spike in amplitude. Mini Moon says, while you guys, I guess I'll go back to it briefly. Mini Moon says, while you guys in the US are starting to question this CVBS, meanwhile down under they're still pushing that narrative. Yeah, it was definitely made in a lab. It was definitely blown out of proportion, and that's like pretty much all I'm going to say on it. Cine G says, don't get anxiety mixed up with excitement, please. Soul Stash asks, correlation with the increased solar energy. Yep, so that's something that we've talked about in the past. Space weather, quote unquote, I'm doing air quotes right now. Space weather kind of, it's like a butterfly effect. Everything affects everything. We're kind of just like in this mess of chaos, and we just make sense of it. But yeah, a lot of people definitely think there's correlations between like solar flare events and like increases in solar activity that affect the Schumann resonance, which would make sense just because it's like a blast of this energy that comes and hits Earth's electromagnetic field, probably excites ions in the ionosphere, and you know, it's like a chain reaction type of thing. Yeah, all frequencies, exactly. Like everything kind of reverberates together and that sort of thing. Eros Love says June 10th is going to get crazy, especially proton levels extremely high. Share a source or something. Like, where are you getting those predictions? How are you making that prediction? I'd be interested to know more about that. Cine. Am I pronouncing that right? Cine? Sign? How do I say that? Drink plenty of pure water, please. Yeah, for real. Don't drink that fluoride nonsense. Get a reverse osmosis filter if you can afford it. I hear something may happen around June 10th/11th regarding BTC/XRP. Are you talking about like the pair exchange between BTC and XRP price, or like BTC USD, XRP USD? I mean, this is not necessarily a stream about crypto, but we can talk about dude, I'm sorry, but what does that have to do with the Schumann resonance? You're actually gonna make me pull up the chart too. And by the way, you can't, like, that's not how markets work. Like, if people are expecting a move in June 10th or 11th, whether it's up or down, like, it's going to get priced in now in the present. It's just kind of how markets work. It's based off of current information. Arsenic in water? What are you? We're already spiraling out, huh? We can get more into like this kind of stuff later on, but let's try to at least try to tie in what you're saying with the Schumann resonance for now. We can. It's later in the stream, you know, if you've been here before. I'm gonna give this a quick Google. honestly, guys, I'm going to start working on this GCP graph bot too as well. Oh, it occurs naturally in water across Minnesota and other places. Holy crap. Okay, you learn something every day. Thanks for that info, Soul Sesh. Does all these spikes have to do with Starlink? You know, I thought about that. It's very possible that like space travel and that sort of thing has an effect on the Schumann resonance. I don't know about like satellites and stuff, and I think someone brought this up before. The way like satellite internet works, and it's essentially just a laser that shoots down from Earth. It's like not that much power. I couldn't give you a definite answer, but the answer is that I can give for now is like it's highly unlikely. Download an Android Market asteroid tracker. It works. We are having major solar activity increase, especially asteroid, very active now, many near Earth. Now that's something I'm interested in. Those are technically satellites as well, but natural satellites, and I suppose a swarm of them would also have an effect on our magnetic field. I'll have to look into a asteroid tracker. I'm not a big app guy, but I'm sure I can find a website or something like that. I've actually, for a while, there's these YouTubers that use some software to track like all the motion of the planets and like asteroids and stuff. I have to figure out what that is. So that stuff's pretty awesome. Let's see what NASA has to say about it. Yeah, I'll have to look for a website or something. Has the long-term average and frequency of the Schumann been increasing over time? If so, rate of change increasing? So we don't have like access to the numerical values, so we can't exactly Dude, NASA is legit. I'm sorry guys, it's legit, but we don't have access to the there's just way too many people involved in NASA for it to be a conspiracy, and there'd never to be any whistleblowers or like any BS to ever get out. But anyway, has the long-term average and frequency of the Schumann been increasing over time? If so, the rate of change increasing? And that was asked by Sajina W. Chip. So as I was talking about before, we don't have like numerical value, like numerical data for the Schumann. Oh, guys, I'm sorry, I forgot to change my DPI. Let me do that really quick. I'm all over the place today. In all honesty, I love doing this, but I'm not feeling it today. I'm like wicked hot, and like I can't focus. So Schumann chart, has it been increasing? The frequency has not been increasing. We're still seeing like, look at these little green little blurbs here. Like this, the fundamental Schumann frequencies are still the same. That same 7.88 hertz, 14 hertz, 20 something or so hertz, 24 or 26 hertz, and then like a 33 hertz and above range. So like the actual frequencies haven't been moving around or anything. It's just like the amplitude. So like the intensity of the frequencies have been increasing. And actually I found an article before. Let me just, whoops. Let me just log into my email really quick. So I saw an article earlier that kind of gets into that. It's not that the frequencies are increasing, it's just that the intensity is increasing. But, and again, we can't kind of determine the rate of change in like quantitative terms, just because I personally don't have access to the raw data. Most people don't have access to the raw data, and I'm not sure if like scientists have been releasing that sort of information and stuff. Back to the show. So like, yeah, there's this great, I mean, it's okay, I guess. It's like a blog, and they kind of talk about the Schumann resonance, and then like here is a post from like May 17th, 2017. Alternative communities beginning to realize that the Schumann resonances aren't increasing, and then like there's a whole bunch of articles to read that I haven't read, but we can get into that if you really want to. But then it goes on to explain that the frequencies of Schumann resonance are fairly stable and mainly defined by physical size of the ionospheric cavity. So that means like for the frequencies to change, the actual space between the ionosphere and the Earth would have to change, which means like the size of the Earth would have to change, which I don't see happening anytime soon. The amplitude of Schumann resonance does change and is bigger when ionospheric plasma gets excited. Ionospheric plasma excitation happens because of solar activity, thunderstorms, use of scalar plasma weapons, and HARP. And lately also when the light forces are clearing the plasma anomaly. Let me know more about the light forces. I haven't contacted them. I haven't been contacted them. Like maybe someone knows something about that stuff. Whoa, this article's a doozy. I will read this later and report back on Twitter or something. Oh, also pretty interesting. I tweeted earlier in the week. Guys, I've just been so excited about this lately, even though it's like I got a lot going on. I'm kind of like a polymath. I'm into a bunch of different stuff. I've been like really focused on music lately. I'm trying to like make an album and stuff. But also my career is in shambles, so I've kind of been concentrating on that sort of thing. And Schumann bot, although it's good, it's not like necessarily beneficial towards my career. But let's pull up. Yeah, so this chart is sick. It's like Schumann Sunday.
Hey yo, it's Schumann Sunday.
Schumann Sunday, guys. But I lost my train of thought. But so like in the ionosphere, there's like all this strange lightning activity that we can't necessarily see from Earth. Now this is something that's really going to have an effect on the Schumann resonance. And it kind of looks like this. Pull up those graphics. Exactly, HARP could be ramping things up purposely. Pause time, guys, my bad. I will be back. Sorry for the pause, guys. I am back. I'm nervous now. I have spectators in the room. This is the first time, guys. But could HARP be ramping things up purposely? Honestly, I haven't like looked into HARP in so long, but yeah, so we're gonna come to an abrupt stop here. I will see you guys next Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your day.